I'm Karen Ahmed and I hope that you're really excited today because we're making shrimp vindaloo. This is an old, classic, favorite Goan recipe that has come down from the Portuguese era, and it's made with chilies and vinegar, and it's absolutely delicious. Now, I've made this recipe before, and this one is an updated version of my mother's older recipe. And you heard me right, it's pronounced Vindaloo, not Vindaloo. Before I go any further with this recipe, do make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure to ring the bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Now, let's get cooking. I have 20 beautiful Kashmiri chilies here, and I will be removing the stems and most of the seeds. Kashmiri chilies are used in this recipe as they are mild and they have great color. In some other recipes, I'm not so particular about removing the seeds, but in a vindaloo, we want to maintain the deep, rich red color. So I want to make sure we don't have too many seeds that will water that color down. Unlike my earlier vindaloo videos, I will be soaking these chilies in hot water for at least 1 hour to overnight. I do these for two reasons. One, I feel much better knowing that the chilies have been cleaned by immersing them in hot water. And two, soaking the skins makes for a much better texture in the vindaloo paste. Win-win. In my food processor, I'm going to first take care of all the dry ingredients. I have a 1-inch stick of cinnamon, 6 cloves, 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, 10 peppercorns, and a 1/4 teaspoon of black mustard seeds. Let's process this. Next, I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric powder. If you have a plastic jar and you're worried about staining the plastic, you can just mix this into the masala later. Next, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of ginger, followed by a 1/4 cup of garlic. The chilies are now nice and plump. I'm going to add some of these in and start to process it. I have a 1/4 cup of Goa vinegar here. I'm just going to add this in. If you don't have Goa vinegar, you can substitute red wine vinegar or even malt vinegar. Add the rest of the chilies and keep processing. To thin out this masala and get it really nice and smooth, I'm going to add some of that chili water. Once ready, you can bottle this. This will fill an 8-ounce mason jar. I have a pound of shrimp here. This is roughly 500 grams of gorgeous shrimp, and I'm just going to make sure to shell and devein them. In a saute pan, heat up some oil and add a 1/2 cup of ground onion. I just added some onion to my food processor and I ground it till smooth. Add the shrimp in and allow it to saute for a few minutes. Next, I'm going to add 4 ounces of the vindaloo paste that I made earlier. This is half the amount of the vindaloo paste, roughly about 8 tablespoons. Saute the shrimp and the vindaloo paste together so the shrimp is nice and coated. Add salt to taste. I have a 1/2 cup of fresh pureed tomato here. I just blanched a small tomato, I took the skin off and pureed it. To thin out the gravy, I'm going to add a 1/2 to 1 cup of stock. I usually will just boil my shrimp shells and save the stock. You can also use veggie stock or even just water. This is now bubbling away. I'm going to add more salt to taste. And to thin it out, I'm going to add another half cup of water or stock. Cover this and allow it to cook for just a few minutes. And this is ready to eat. Enjoy! Thank you so much for joining me in Cravings Food Adventures. I hope you enjoyed this delicious recipe for shrimp vindaloo. The vindaloo recipe itself came down from my mother and we all used to absolutely love it. You can make the same recipe using chicken or pork. The vindaloo masala that you make will store in your fridge for a long time. Guys, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Also share my channel as well as my videos with your family and friends so they can all enjoy these amazing recipes. And be sure to follow me behind the scenes on all of my social channels. Leave me a comment below. I love hearing from you. Make sure you're following me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Until I see you next time, do take care. Bye.